Too many teeth. That was what the little girl Cheryl had said. I was babysitting her for her parents. They were kind of new in town and looked me up. I was known as the babysitter around the block. Most of the parents in the area used me. The little girl was nice enough and she was well behaved. She kind of kept to herself mostly, only occasionally coming to me when it was time to eat or if she had a question. I was using the spare time to do some homework when she came up to me again. Every time I had checked in on her, she'd been in her room, on the floor, playing dolls. There were two piles, as though she'd been playing with somebody. I didn't push the subject, figuring she was behaving, she was happy, and healthy. The three things that were important to me in my job. I asked her how things were going and what she'd been up to since the last time I checked on her. Playing with my friend, she replied. Oh, your friend, I said, curious as to what she meant. Yeah, she comes out to play when I'm upstairs alone. Ah, I thought, an imaginary friend. Such things were common in the world of babysitting. At least 1 in every 4 kids I sat had an imaginary friend. Do they have a name? I asked. No, said the little girl. She doesn't talk much. She just plays dolls with me. She lives here, she continued. She started showing up after we moved in. She scares me sometimes. I frowned. This was odd. I'd never had a kid that didn't idolize their made-up companions. How does she do that, I asked. She smiles, said Cheryl. She leaned in closer to whisper in my ear. She has too many teeth when she smiles. I patted her on the head and told her she should hang out with me in the living room. Too many teeth. What did she mean by that? The words haunted me, made me feel uneasy. She nodded and hopped up on the sofa opposite of me. Soon after, her parents showed up. They paid me and I left the house. Halfway down the walkway, I turned around to look back at the house. Up on the second floor, in Cheryl's room, I could see another little girl in the window, looking at me. She was blonde and had a red dress. Cheryl was brunette and had a yellow shirt and blue slacks on, so I knew it wasn't her. The little girl in the window waved at me. I waved back, and she smiled. The smile, it kept going. It was grotesque. It was frightening. There were too many teeth.